piscam, a favela tá ligada. O grave bate, a pista tá pesada. Sente a energia, o corpo não descansa. Essa batida bota fogo nada.
Hello, cunts. It's me. Oh. Well, this is good. At least I've shown what's on the screen right now, which is quite funny. Thank God I didn't have my prawn in there. Just kidding. How is everyone today? Also, Nuke and I seen those redeems. I already ate and I already had a snack and I had my coffee, so I'm good. How you doing, buddy? Let me just remove this stupid shit. There we go. I have to move. Also, if the music's too loud, please do tell. Sorry, I've been gone for a week, basically. Preparing for a master's degree is quite the undertaking, documentation-wise. Yeah, I had to do a lot of research to just pick what masters I take. I get kind of wind in my area, but a storm hit Norway, so it makes sense. Well, fair enough. Anyhow, so today we're back to edge highlighting. I'm also gonna give you all a vote later on when there's more people here, whether I finish my Horus Heresy miniatures. I have like 15 fucking tacticals I haven't painted, a dreadnought, and a giant fuck-ass carrier slash tank that's the size of a brick. So what we'll do next on the EDGEATHON depends on all of you. Right now, we are doing the highlights for the Sanguinor. Yes, I sculpted those fucking nipples. The 6 Sanguinary Guard. Yes, I also sculpted these nipples, which are much better now. This was the first time. This was the second time. I'm still quite proud how big those are because it's the Sanguinor. It's the boy. He has to free the nipple. And the Terminators. Yes, it's a word bearer. Yes, I hate them with every bone in my body. They're the perfect fucking villains. Edging on stream, Ari. Joe made 3 minutes ago. I will be careful me. I'm too small for them to can me, so who cares? Let me just open my wet palette. Yes, I changed the fucking sponge. After 2.5 years. I had to do it, like it was starting to smell. Now, I do prepare these sponges so there's no mold, ever. All it takes is just putting fucking dish soap in it and, you know, rinsing it, and it kills any bacteria, which is fascinating in my opinion. But yeah, so we're gonna do some, we're gonna first do the Sanguinor because he's my favorite character. And why wouldn't I? Also, I'm gonna be trying to put the new shade paint in between the feathers here to give it more depth. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna be fixing some of the white parts. Like for instance here, I am gonna be like doing it, giving it another coat of white when we do the Terminators. Because I want to do white last, because I have to grab a separate cup of water that is solely dedicated to white paint. You have to do that, it's white paint. If you don't, it's gonna contaminate and you're gonna have shades of fucking whatever color you last used. Yes, I'm a VTuber. Of course, I'm gonna do the tango with the TOS gods. Of course. And if they fucking can me, all I have to do is write how much I like Hassan Piker, and Dan Clancy will unban me himself. Simple. I like the fact that I have a PNG of my model in here because I am making the same exact fucking face. Yeah. So, I don't know which gold I'm gonna use to highlight, to be honest. Like, here's the thing. Because of the shade paint, the gold has darkened. So I can technically use the same fucking paint as I did with these guys. However, I am gonna bring out this. It's Vallejo's gold. And I'm gonna be extremely blunt with you. This gold is ads. Well, you're on well, there's also YouTube, so you can hear it. This fucking gold is ours. It's fucking ass. It's not because of the looks, because I mean, I'm gonna show you. Like, here's the gold. Like, I did Retributor armor, then this gold as a second layer, plus I added it as highlights. This gold looks phenomenal. Using this gold, applying it for some reason is dog shit. Like, it's actual fucking dog shit to apply on. Same as this fucking skin paint by Vallejo. See how I barely use this fucking paint? It's because it's atrocious. It never fucking complies. I don't know whether it's just bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm probably gonna use it for highlights, but it's fucking shit. But Vex, you know Arena Breakout? I've started exercise Long range sniping. Whenever I see some long rangers, I try. Oh, my influence is hitting you, man. I'm so fun. Oh yeah. There's a reason why I like playing a sniper. I just fucking hide in a bush. Perk myself just right so that the bush doesn't cover my field of view, and far fuck away. And I just lay there waiting, because there's always a fucking idiot. Now that's how you play in Forbidden, for instance, farm on Forbidden Levels farm, where everybody just mows in, long range scope, and just slow walking. That's it. That's how Forbidden is, apparently. I genuinely do not know. But yeah, it's Forbidden is quite interesting. I have never played on Forbidden, but I'm soon gonna test my luck on the farm. I'm probably gonna fucking regret it. However, I have like 13.5 mil, so I can risk losing all of my shit. Yeah, here we go. So I'm gonna open this fucking Retributor armor now, and I'm gonna grab this brush, and I'm gonna use it as a shovel. I'm gonna put this because just in case. Come on, motherfucker. There you go. You closed. Excellent. And then I'm gonna wash this brush ASAP and clean it. So now we're gonna test our luck, because I will probably fuck up. So I need some extra Retributor armor down there. If not, nah, fuck it. I have a lot of fucking gold paint in my stash. When you're playing Blood Angels, having a shit ton of gold is a given. So now I'm gonna wet the brush. I'm gonna use this little fucking thin brush because I find it easier to control. There we go. And hold up. There we go. Now I can see. So let's give it a taste and see. Yeah, the little light is a little bit different. All right, let's just see how it looks if I do this. I don't know if it will show a fucking difference, but maybe not. Okay, let me just see off camera. Well, I have to do this off camera because I have shit eyesight, so bear with me. It kinda shows. So I should get it. Yes, but do not play Forbidden until you have played a shit ton of Lockdown level 2 difficulty, basically. I mean, honestly, like you could even just play normal, because normal apparently has a shit ton of reds. I don't know. Oh shit. I have to take a break real quick, so sadly, I'll be right back. There we go. I'm back. Woo. Sorry. Dad needed help to fix the ceiling light and the kitchen. Fucking hell. Alright, let me check. Hold up. Yeah, I genuinely can't see the difference. Oh, I can now. Yeah, I can now. It's just I'm kind of fucking blind. Big lip guy, beautiful. You can barely see the difference, but fuck it, alright. Worst case, I'm just gonna do a second coat of highlights as well. Some people do that. Probably I will do as well. Well, can't see it, so I have to do it off camera, but you'll see in a minute. Hey Pato, finally you showed up. I will shout you out, but there's only like Nuke in here, so I just have to fucking figure out how to. I'm still learning to highlight gold, so I'm just using
Retrovir armor again has a highlight color.
How's life been treating me? Fair enough, busy as shit. Like, I've been, this past week, still doing court work. And also, looking up what master program I'm gonna apply to.
It's not a small thing picking a master's degree. I had to do a lot of research, asking around and shit like that.
You, Pato?
You could probably hear my mom fixing up supper with the smashing of the plates.
Can't tell. Yeah, I literally can't tell if the highlights are applied or not because I'm using the same color. Alright, fair enough. It's time to switch to Vallejo Gold because with that one I actually can see. Motion graphics, nice. Finish some work and I've been oof.
Well, good luck finding clients, dude. There we go.
Alright, now I have to redo this. It's a pain in my ass, but someone's gonna fucking do it.
Removing some excess paint off of the
messing with After Effects. Oh, I have a lot of options, honestly. I'm probably gonna take, honestly, the more I've been looking up to it, and the more doing my own little soul searching, I'm taking actually, diplomacy and political sciences instead.
Most likely. Because it is my specialty for my bachelor's. I have good rapport with the professor in charge there. And I'm pretty fucking good at it. Very much so, yes. Quite sus, Nukin. I am a sassy baka, after all. Look at you, Mr. Diplomat. Yeah. But to be a diplomat, I have to do a lot of fucking arse kissing. But it's good, like, it's not also not a very crowded master's program, so the professor is actually gonna give a shit and actually teach me. Because the easiest one is work law, labor law, and labor rights, and that has 800 fucking masters. It's the most crowded one because it's the easiest fucking one. And because of that, the professors genuinely couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, unlike a lot of YouTubers, I actually know my shit regarding that little field.
There's a reason why I never talk about it. Not just because it's for a content creator a gigantic fucking landmine, but it's because a lot of the people who think they know don't know. I'm too busy educating myself.
Yeah, you're reading fucking papers, not a textbook. Fuck off. Papers are one thing, a textbook is a whole different thing.
And the third thing is having a fucking professor actually teach you that shite.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's cool till you start using it in practice. Then you're, on a scale of 1 to 10, you're fucked.
One thing is to know something, else another thing to understand that.
Yup. Whole other thing when you put it to practice. There's a reason why these people online never run for office in their countries or any institution. Just saying. There's a reason why. And they know it. Because if they actually did that, if they actually know their shit, they would have been in some sort of a municipality or an office or some kind, you know? Some kind.
It's always that.
Those who know their shit, they're actually in there. Those who don't, yap, and that's it.
I know of some basic law. I mean, that's not...
I mean, yeah. Everybody can open a fucking code of law. You, me, anyone can. The trick is a lot of people don't know how to interpretate it because there is an actual science behind it. Like, for instance,
Sorry, but just fucking banned someone. I don't know who the fuck that is. I didn't see the message at all, but he fucking banned him. Spam. Oh, well, fair enough. But yeah, for instance, application of force. You can sue the county, sue it from where you live. That's everywhere.
that's everywhere the same, because if it's in the same country, that's everywhere. It's just the legal jurisdiction in regards to the location,
aka which court will be in charge of the proceedings,
is determined by several factors, but
usually just the place of living of the victim, the location of the victim, the location of where the crime has committed, etc., etc., etc.
But let's get back to this. Let's get back to this because I'm going to teach you all how to at least know a little bit to read your laws, because I'm of the point of every layman should know the bare bones, that they know their rights, all right, and their obligations, because with rights comes obligations. A lot of people don't know that. Your freedom of speech, for instance, is a right. However, you have the obligation to not abuse that right. But I'll get back to that point. For instance, the application of force. I'm gonna give you all a little bit of a brain tease. What do you all think force is? Don't open the your law textbook, because every law has the definition of force. However, even if you do, you won't probably understand. But for instance, what is force? The use of force, application of force. While I'm busy in edge highlighting in hell here, do you all give your best interpretations? I want to see what you all think. It really sounds simple, of a simple question. However, the question is far more complicated than it actually looks. Now, bear in mind also, every country has somewhat of a different interpretation of force, but there are multiple fucking conventions that made a consensus out of it. Because we're in the phase of law where everything is getting a little bit more and more homogenized, because we live in the age of the internet. And also, with trade becoming easy, freedom of movement becoming more easier, like for instance the European Union and shit like that, a lot of the stuff is becoming more and more homogenized to the point where it's kind of the same thing even in different countries. But I digress. You can give your best thoughts, even if you have no idea. Just simplify what you want to say. Force. You can use layman's terms. You're not a lawyer. You're not obligated to fucking say... Well, I'm not gonna say. You almost tricked me there. Say how the definition in legal terms is, or shit like that. It's just What is force?
What is force? Simple. And don't try to give me the Star Wars quotes. I know my fucking lore. Someone gonna do something, or there is gonna be consequences. See, you can. That's not force. That's a threat. No. What you just said isn't force. It's the definition of a threat. Threat, force, what's the difference? Threat is you're basically telling someone you are gonna apply force. Force is a different thing. Force is the application of I'm gonna try to simplify as best as I can, but it's pressure. It's basically force is a pressure where you're disabling someone to defend themselves with the intent of causing them harm, or with the intent of making them do something. But force is pressure. It's basically that. It's pressure to prevent somebody from moving, for instance, grabbing them by the arm and pinning them down, or pushing them away, or hitting them. That's force. Threat is to make someone to do something, or the opposite, abstain from doing something, or else there are gonna be negative consequences to them or their closest.
But Nukin, you're not the only one who thinks that's force. So don't be disheartened, because a lot of people think that is force. No, that's not force.
Again, don't expect me. I'm giving you all loaded fucking questions. But you all gotta know your rights a little bit. Well, you just sound like a mafia boss making thinly veiled threat. Welcome to law. That's what law is. A law. That's criminal law, basically. Every segment of a criminal law, a criminal code, is actually a thinly veiled threat. You do this, this happens. And shit like that. You know? That's criminal law 101. The threat of a sanction. It is complicated, but you gotta know a little bit. Just a wee bit. Lawyers exist for a reason. You don't have to know everything, but you gotta know something. That is at least my opinion. Maybe there are people who genuinely think the opposite, and fair point. But you gotta know something. Now, I give you, but yeah, that's also my point. If from a simple standpoint of defining what force is, and so because of that, and a lot of people are like you, Nukin, they don't know what the fuck that is. But they're going around speaking shit about stuff that they don't know about. And this is simple things 101. For instance,
I love to ask. I love to use this follow-up question to every little fucking idiot on when I actually have a chance. They think they know laws when they cite laws. Explain to me what is non bis in idem? A legal principle that is everywhere in the world, and that is like basically for us what 2 + 2 equals. You know? So, what is non bis in idem? I love asking this little stupid question, and don't fucking try to Google that. Since these people like to cite laws and shit like that, I'm gonna treat them like my colleague. What is non bis in idem? It's a legal principle that is like telling a mathematician what is 2 + 2. So, to answer this rhetorical question of mine, non bis in idem is a principle in law which translated means never the same again. It's basically the legal principle of once something is once a sentence is done, when it has legal power, you know, when it's done, you cannot appeal it anymore. You cannot sue the same person for the same clause in the same position again. And it doesn't matter whether the sentence is guilty or innocent. You cannot sue him for the same shit again. If you switch roles, you can. He can, for instance. Face the consequence. Yes. Yeah, that is a legal threat. Yep. However, you did that to scare him off, with the intent of scaring him off so he doesn't do it. So, because if somebody, when you say that, usually then it means somebody got in your face and threatened to apply force to you, aka hit you and cause you bodily harm. In that instance, the law dictates we have to see a greater evil. So if you did that in the intent of scaring him off and stopping him from doing that, you will face no consequences whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, you're just vocalizing your right for self-defense. There's a difference. There's also a lot of the things where it's nuanced. Law is nuanced. Not every case is the same. I talked about it a lot during my time here on Twitch, but now since I am a lawyer, I love to use the thief comparison. You know, theft. You have two people who committed the crime of theft. One did it out of his petty greed to feed his addiction, and the other one to feed his starving child. And let's say he is he's not sitting idly by. He's actually like trying to get a job, but he just has shitty luck. For instance, I'm gonna use Serbian as an example because I'm not gonna say, because in some places they won't give a shit. Germany, fuck you, Germany. The parent who stole to feed his hungry child is gonna get a less sentence. Now both of them did commit a crime. They are gonna get guilty verdict. However,
The one who stole to feed their child is gonna get a lesser sentence than the one who's just gonna have to fucking feed his addiction or out of petty greed or something like that, you know? It's a very different thing. So we have to take in consideration every case.
every single case.
There's a basis, but life is not simple.
It's nuanced. Not everybody does this
The thing for the same reasons.
now. There usually a lot of the people have the same reasons, but that is just coincidences. That is just a coincidence and a pattern. Because humans are being of pattern, you know? But it's still, we cannot
Dictate the same way. We cannot judge something in the same way. Sorry, I have to do this off camera because I can't see the shadow.
because
You can't just do it and suddenly, what if here somebody did it for a different thing? Then, because law has to be legal,
but it has to be always just. That's another principle of law. There must be a just sentence. And that means you have to look into consideration every single fucking detail. There's a reason why criminal court cases last a shit ton of time. Because you have to take everything into consideration. Sure, I threatened you, but I did it because you brandish a fucking gun at me. You know?
for instance, that wee little example, I'm perfectly justified. It doesn't matter what you intended because nobody can read your mind. What you said could be also interpreted as an act, threatening an act of violence. That's the trick.
Welcome to law, buddy.
And if I was that person's lawyer, I would have said that. You know? And good luck proving a negative. You can't. It's impossible to prove a negative.
Especially since if you haven't done it. How can you prove you didn't do it if you have not done it? Because if you abstain from action, you don't leave any evidence.
Good point. Yep.
That's why a lot of false accusations happen. Because it's very hard to prove something you didn't do. To prove it, basically, you have to document every single second of your life.
And why would a sane person document
Every single second of their life. If they do, congratulations. Yeah, you're kind of safe from false accusations, but at the same time, you're kind of a narcissistic prick. And there we go. I gave you all a small tidbit. Sorry, Pato, if you were watching for the comfy vibes. I'm sadly, how do I say this? I'm a little bit more real. But I am explaining to you all how law works. Because if you learn how we think, you will also learn how to think for yourself. Because I'm gonna be honest, there are a lot of fucking lawyers that will just take your money. Especially since there are lawyers here who finish only private university, and private universities are, you pay money, they give degree. You don't study shit. And so I'm dreading, and thankfully prosecutors and courts smell that shit and they don't take them in. But lawyers kinda do not give a shit. Attorneys, sorry, don't give a shit. My deepest condolences if you're Serbian and somebody's defending you, because 9 times out of 10 they genuinely don't know what they're doing.
Most confusing is someone that suits someone. Yeah, even with a lawyer that explains everything to the best of their ability with patience. I have ever seen before after that nightmare. Yeah. It has to be. Because humans are complicated. We need laws to prevent ourselves from kaputting each other. You know? There's a reason why laws exist. It's because we humans have a tendency to kaput each other. Imagine, here's the thing, if we didn't have laws, a lot of people on Twitter wouldn't just stay on Twitter. And people on Twitter are schizophrenics. You know? It's just sad, but we need to do that. And I've seen someone on Twitter, of course they're fucking idiots, saying, why do we need lawyers? Of course they had on their profile anarchist, and I'm just like, well, that makes sense now. Well, first off, because law is complicated, you need somebody who knows how the law works. But then again, I will never explain that to them, because those people generally don't want laws to begin with. They already have their mind made up, and they don't want to listen. So why the fuck would I explain that to them? But to all who do want to listen, I just explained to you, asked you a question all, what is force, and nobody gave a concrete answer. Sorry, Nikin, but I'm saying that. And I will continue to ask that. Because, for instance, the precedents, not legal precedents, the legal theory of non bis in idem, never to see him again. Why do you think that shit existed since the Roman times? It's because you would, because if you don't have that little precedence, you know, someone would continuously sue someone
over and over and over and over and over again. One, and also it makes sense. If it's already done and dusted,
Why repeat the same shit again? It doesn't make sense. But it's because it will take vital resources
off of courts, and most importantly, time that they could use elsewhere to preside and trial something else, something probably far more serious.
How much I yelled at her when I got pissed though but she accepted my apology every time I did. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, you were stressed and shit and all lawyers know that. But never do that again. Most of the time, lawyers are not greedy ass motherfuckers.
They're trying their best. Because they're the ones who are schooled to tell you and to defend you. So, yeah. However, you're also not the exception. Like, there are so many people who yell at their lawyers. And she was a good person, because most of the time the lawyers were
and they have the full right, if you yell and insult them like that, they can just
revoke their how do I say this? They will just quit.
They will hand you the bill, then quit. And they have full right to do that, by the way. They absolutely can. Even if it's mandatory to have a defense attorney, if you lash out on your lawyer, he would just say they lashed out at me, verbally assaulted me and stuff like that, and they have a perfect legal excuse to get off your case, and it will take a long time for you to get a new lawyer. Hey Megami, how you doing, girl? I haven't seen you in a long ass time.
TLDR, I'm finally a lawyer now. That's it. You have been away for so long, so I need to tell you that. Yep, no longer a student. Got my degree and shit. Hell, I'm planning a fucking master's degree soon. There we go.
How you been doing? Oh, kurva. Sorry, I'm looking at happy for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm basically teaching everyone here who is listening a little bit how to understand law.
Saying back to didn't see you. Yeah, I've been busy everywhere, ranging from helping other people, moderating for some of them. It's
pain in the ass sometimes, I'm gonna be honest.
Life is lifing. I'm doing it, but
I'm doing fine. I'm raising funds for my friend's cancer treatment, and while I'm doing that, I since lost a bet in her first attempts at raising, because she actually got to the end goal. Fucking great. I'm now highlighting all of my miniatures. I have over 100 of them. And I still have many more after these to do. Many, many more. However, a dare is a dare, and mama didn't raise a fucking pussy.
Yep.
Now I have to try my best to not hit the white parts. My headphones are falling off. There we go. caught them, thankfully. Mid-air, so my reflexes are still the same. I may be scuffed, but I am not slow. Giggity.
I never went on attacking. Yeah, I mean, I know, Lucan, I know. I'm just saying that's what usually lawyers, if you piss them off enough, they will say.
Because they have to explain to the judge why are they quitting. Because at the end of the day, judge is the boss. Also, next week is my last week in the archives. The week after this one, so in 2 weeks, I'm gonna get assigned to a judge. That's where my actual work will start in. Sadly, I'm not getting paid shit, so... I hate you, Serbian law! I'm too scared to do the face, but I will do the face. So the nose. There we go.
But yeah, how are your streams, Maggie? I'm gonna go while I'm yeah, there we go.
Didn't finish anything because I have to do the fucking exhaust. This is gonna be hard. It's because there's a thin line between the exhaust and the... pray for me. The Emperor will protect. And my headphones again. Come on. Time to lock in the arms so I don't shake. Great success! Another batch. I overloaded the brush, so I nearly fucked up there. What the fuck?
Sorry, hold on. There we go. that didn't work, so because I can't reach it, I don't give a shit. Alright, now let's see. I'm gonna take a little break to eat some pasta. Specifically gnocchi. Oh, gotta eat, boys. God, I love pasta. I'm so glad I've been to Italy and learned a little bit more. There are some people in Italy, some restaurants where as an attraction you have people making pastas in front of the entrance. You get to see how they make it. I thoroughly used that little fucking thing to learn my shit. Actually, let me find raid targets in the meantime. Mute tab. Let me just see. I want to see raid targets ahead of time because I know a mutual a friend of my friend Annie is doing their birthday song or something like that. Huh? No, they're not streaming today. Weird. They're doing a birthday subathon. Wait, hold up. Let me just look up. Also, what's your favorite pastas, everyone? Since I'm gonna open Discord while I'm eating pasta. Ah, okay. They have in real life shit. Right? Let's see. Who can I raid ahead of time? I mean, I just had 2-minute run on the farms. Got jumped by a triple. Yeah. You got ganked. Well, yep. That's arena breakout for you. I don't know who the fuck am I supposed to raid? I mean, I'm not raiding now. I'm looking for people to raid. Nah, I'll see you in a couple of hours. Yeah. They also like. There's a weird thing in arena which I despise heavily. It's a loophole in the value count where they put a metal faceplate on their already expensive helmets and other shit in their rucksacks or their tactical rigs, because that doesn't count in the value. So they come with far better armor than they actually have. And they're just camping normal where all the beginners are. Yeah. Be sure to look for keys and keep them. Yeah, you should. Lockdown has far better loot chance. But apparently normal is busted for some reason as well. I don't know why. Like on farm, I shouldn't be getting 2 reds in a row. It's lockdown, yes, but I shouldn't be getting 2 reds in a row in the same fucking spot. So first off, I'm doing gold. So next up is the Sanguinary Guard. I'm also very proud how I do my gold. I'm pretty much very good with gold paints, metallic paints, but gold specifically. Yeah, try always to upgrade your workbench. Because you can craft better quality ammo. Sadly, you can't sell it on the market, the ones you craft. Which is smart, because oh boy. Because once you upgrade your workbench enough times, you can craft red ammo. Ugh. And red ammo was a pain in the ass already. Bro, you're more lucky than me. How dare you? Can be sold. Yeah, because it's purple. Purple ammo can be sold. And gold and red that you craft, you can't. You can only sell it to contacts, which you'll get like a third of the price. Also, do be doing secure ops. Because it's currently now in TV station and you can really farm money on there. Secure ops is basically where if you die, you don't lose your gear. Just ammo and healing items and stuff like that. Maybe I'll make a black and blue deck magic, since my boyfriend's trying to get me into it. I mean, black and blue is a pretty good combo, but what is the specific theme of your deck? Also, hi Hellman, how did you find this? I mean, you've been here before, I just can't remember where. Also, I'm pretty much Magic the Gathering new, but I haven't struck zombies. Of course. Of course, counter spells and zombies, of course! Sorry, I'm a white deck player, so yeah. So I was listening while doing something. So to force, threat, and coerce are all... Yep, yeah, extremely different. They all have different definitions. They have to be different. Just like undead, how dare you? I'm a paladin main, I will smite you. Just please don't be that guy who spams Death Rat where I kill him and it's Death Touch and I die as well. If I survive 60 seconds a few times in there. Yeah, however, like I said, in TV Station, you won't, in secure ops, you won't lose your gear. So, that's a plus. However, the trick is, everything you get in secures ops, it automatically is getting sold, and you better expect you get 1/3 of the around estimated price. I did want to make a food themed deck. A green deck? Well, fair enough. It's possible to make a threat and coercion in the same sentence. Yes, you can use a threat to coerce someone. Yeah. They're not mutually exclusive. They just have different definitions. Also, you're playing standard or commander, Hell? Because I only know standard. And even then, I don't know everything. I mean, you can just sell it. That's the red item, just sell it. It's just... I mean, you won't be able to list it. Red items never list on the market, you sell them instantly because you're getting the same price. So full cards aren't color specific. Yeah, but I've seen them mostly on green team decks, I don't know why. I've just seen them mostly on green. Then again, I played long ago, and it's on the PC game, not the actual tabletop. Because I play Warhammer, and I'm a broke lawyer now. Then broke law student. I already have a money hole. I don't want another one. Magic the Gathering. I really should. I'm very interested to play Commander. But I just don't know how to fucking play it. And I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. And boy, that game is sweaty as hell. And I don't want to play another sweaty card game. Want to teach me Magic, but... so I can teach him more. Well, good. Yes. Enable him to buy plastic crack. But make him play Blood Angels, or else I'll be mad. You must be a loyal son of the Emperor, and you must pick the best one. Anything short of that is extremely disappointing. And borderline heretical. Playing Nids. Oh,
Oh! Going to the TV station with a quick hit, I'll be like, okay. Nids, he never played Warhammer, right? Because here's the thing. Make a Slash Warband or a Dark Eldar army. Ooh. Dark Eldar just got their codex finally after 75 years. And they look pretty good. They're not overly busted, but they're very thematic. I really like the Dark Eldar rules. Slash Warband, you mean Chaos Space Marines? Fair enough. I play Chaos Marines as well. Mine are Chaos Blood Angels, but that's a whole different story. But Nids as a first army, I really like to deter a first-time player to play a Horde army. I really like. If you like the faction, great, and buy it and play it. However, you are really gonna get confused at start, and it's a money hole. It's a really big money hole. But if he likes that army, play it. At the end of the day, we're just collecting miniatures. We're collecting miniatures of factions, of space factions that are like the Balkans. They hate everyone and they will purge everyone. But yeah, oof. Still a great army though. But man, oh man, Horde armies. Like a Slash Blood Angels, they have galore with Slash. Yeah, that was the false Primarch thing. There's also recent lore editions where Slanesh openly said they want Dante. In the book where basically Mephiston is turned into a Primaris, Darkness in the Blood, a Keeper of Secrets came and was utterly given the task by Slanesh themselves to corrupt Dante. Specifically Dante. But then that Keeper of Secrets saw Mephiston and is like, oh, scratch that, I want you. And really tempted Mephiston, and Mephiston was basically like, fuck off, cunt. Like, almost ad verbatim said that. And then they had a wizard battle, and Mephiston lost his shit and nearly made a black hole and turned into the dark. So my lore could be accurate? Exactly. I mean, here's the thing. It can be regardless. Because anybody and anything can fall to chaos through a multitude of different reasons. Like with Khorne, it's really easy, especially for Blood Angels. They got really fucking bloodthirsty, and Khorne decided, oh, finally, I get myself some useful berserkers. Unlike Angron, that little fucking bitch boy. With Slanesh, their nobility, play into their nobility and make them, use the trope, the road to hell paved with good intentions. Zinch is Zinch! You know, with Zinch you can do anything. And with Nurgle, you just put them in a very desperate situation like Mortarion did, and they have no choice. Slanesh Apothecary, who was in Iron Hands Apothecary, who was already on the edge. Yeah! Yeah! And yeah, like that, yeah, that sounds actually great. It's actually also poetically ironic because it's an Iron Hand.
But yeah, do it. Like, seriously, do it. I love when people actually give very good reasons why. Read the rest. His iron hands already on the edge, then the iron hands reduced his surf that he had a crush on to a servo skull. I mean, fair enough, like I said, do it. And then he was kidnapped by my Slaneshi warband. Like I said, it's perfectly... I mean, the Space Marines feeling any kind of emotion, bar duty and anything is somewhat different, but still, fuck it. It's your lore, do whatever the fuck you want. I like that. It also fits with the Slanesh because they really like to kidnap people.
Any Slanesh warband really likes to kidnap people.
Oh boy. I'm very, very worried about the reasons what happens after they got kidnapped.
Also, I'm definitely not gonna be able to finish all these miniatures in one stream. Oh boy. I'm so rusty. I haven't painted in 4 months. So I am deathly slow. The thing is, they didn't torture him, they gave him resources, and now he's the chief apothecary. Understandable.
How many drugs did they pump into him, though? Because it's Slash. Drugs are always involved. He produces the drugs.
Excellent.
Wait, did you just fucking make Walter fucking White? Because based.
I like Breaking Bad. I should rewatch that show. I never watched Better Call Saul. I'm gonna first watch Better Call Saul, then I'm gonna watch Breaking Bad, and then I'm gonna watch El Camino.
No, that would be Fabulous Bill. Ah yes, Pimp Daddy Fabius.
You're no god, proceeds to have his organs ripped out inside out when he said that. Gotta love Fabius. He's just a spiteful prick, and we all love him.
$40K version. Yeah, I said. Yeah, I mean... Now that I think about it, it could be a... No, you're right. Fabius is the closest thing. This was the third TV station and yesterday they got killed, but this time sort of longer after I realized I'm Mosin. Yeah, it's not. You gotta fucking pick a mid-range weapon.
You gotta pick an M4, a Scar. Actually, no, pick a Scar or an MP5. Some of those weapons. Probably an assault rifle mostly. A Scar is cheap and will do the job. I did answer your question, Doyle, man. Oh, I saw it. Ah, Curvo. There we go. Also, this is what the Iron Hands of Warcraft. War-based systems are volatile. They can function, yes, but not for vulnerability. I see the appeal, limitless energy. Still, it's using like a blunt knife to split an atom. It works once, perhaps. Then it detonates. Not efficient. Ah, yes, the pursuit of perfect efficiency. Yeah, that's good. That's a good Iron Hands Slanesh theme there. I really like it. With you basically turned him into his obsession with is just efficiency. continue, work on that lore. Spit your shit, king, you're cooking.
Is that how the young kids say? Spit your shit, king, you're cooking? Yes, he is starting to develop feelings. He is a horrible person. He is almost like a shockwave. Fair enough. Lessening the psycho-indoctrination is a part of the thing. Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Shock. Oh, okay. I'm not that. I know who Shockwave from Transformers is. However, I'm not that fully deep into Transformers lore. I like those Transformers. When I was a kid, I used to watch the cartoons. And the films. God bless the Optimus Prime voice actor. I wonder who they now are gonna pick as the voice for Optimus. Because, you know, the previous... I forgot his name, but the previous guy is so iconic, like... I don't know if anybody can actually do the same job. It's like... It's my mom, she's cutting a fucking bottle. What was I about to say? It's like Kevin Conroy with Batman. Sure, some people could do a good job, however, Kevin Conroy kinda cemented himself as Batman. Like, they are definitely gonna make more films about Transformers and like. I just don't know what they're gonna take the road with. Are they still gonna do live action Michael Bay stuff? Or are they gonna pursue the aesthetic of like Transformers 1? And then it feeds perfectly into itself. Well, nothing wrong. Like some people, like for instance, some people like to base their deck in a theme, some don't. Some just pick efficiency. All perfectly viable. What's more important is that you're not a toxic player at the end of the day. And that's it. Nothing wrong with building a deck like that. It's your deck. Who's gonna stop you? Seriously, who? People will probably bitch or complain or moan. But that's people on the internet. Who gives a shit about people's opinions on the internet? Like seriously, who the fuck gives a shit? At the end of the day, you won't see them 9 times out of 10 in your life. Nor they will affect your life anyway, unless you become friends with them. But randos on the internet, well, they can just eat a dick. Simple as. I was thinking my deck is the theme of my Planeswalker. Finey shit he wanted to keep. There you go, you have a theme.
You already figured out the you already figured it out. Oh, Mamutiye. Right now we're gonna do the shoulder pauldrons.
Also, sorry if I make these kinds of clear my throat sounds. I have chronic sinusitis.
So, you're gonna hear them a lot. I'm not gonna lie, the positions of the arms really piss me off because I can't get to every single edge.
Also, for those who don't know, as you can see the pins. I'm raising funds for my friend's cancer treatments. If you have any spare bucks, please do donate. If you don't, no matter. However, I would much appreciate if you spread the Ko-Fi link. But you're not obligated that too. I'm not gonna force anybody to do it. Update better. So dude, this is their second round of treatments. We managed to get the first campaign to 100%. So we're hopeful. We've managed to fund her full first round treatments. Oh boy. Sell all our stuff in Arena Breakout. Yes, because you fucking put useless shit in there, and you wouldn't have any space for more shit. Don't you try to fucking guilt trip me, Nuken. If I didn't do that, you wouldn't be able to fucking put your reds. I'm from Serbia, mate. Gaslighting here is common. We're guilt tripping a rock, I just pointed out. Yeah, but I'm professionally trained to gaslight and guilt trip. Lawyer. And yes, those are jokes at my own expense, everyone. However, I have a degree. I know how to make it funny. Because at the end of the day, we lawyers do gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Also, remember lads, licking doorknobs is illegal in some countries. And they say lawyers aren't people. Hope your day was good. It's boring. Nothing much happened, honestly. The only thing notable is we installed a new ceiling light in the kitchen. Nothing much else, really. I've been writing, finally continuing the script for the next Warhammer lore video, which is fucking excellent. I'm getting back to the habit of writing and making videos again after months long of break to get my degree. See, having a book only counted if it was handwritten. Yeah, of course, because they were afraid of losing their jobs. Also, the ones who were the ones writing books weren't rich people; they were priests. They were priests. It's the fact that the nobility was gatekeeping literacy from the common people. Because if the commoner can't read law, he cannot know his rights, therefore they can use him. You know? So when the print... And what did they do to do that? They made books ridiculously expensive because they were handwritten and shit like that. Only when the printing press now happened, all of a sudden, books became far more affordable. That means easier to learn how to read. The novels did collect it. No, the novels that collected books say that. Well, they can eat shit. Like, I do agree a handwritten book is something very, very, very posh and very nice to have, however. I prefer what's in the... not the writing style. I prefer what's written in. Not how it was written. But it was back in those days, different times, different thoughts, different ideas, different everything. So what do you expect? To us, it's absurd. To them, back in those days, it wasn't. So what are you gonna do? There's no point in trying to understand that because, like I said, different point in time. Like, culture constantly evolves.
Some parts stay the same, some parts don't. Ujebem te. Alright, let's see, jebem te usta.
Roll up off camera.
There we go.
Go. All right.
Yes, I am using a spear for the rest point, as a rest point for my finger.
Let's see, let's check. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I fully have the habit of putting the brush in my mouth. Totally not gonna backfire on me one day, but fuck it. You only live once. So make sure you eat your paints. Eat your crayons, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go, Sanguinary Guardsman number 1. Yeah, this is gonna be... Thankfully, looks like I prepared way ahead of time of what we're gonna do for the couple of days.
This is taking me so far longer than I expected. I'm 2 hours in and I expected I will finish all the Sanguinary Guard by then, but nope. Goes to show how rusty I am now.
Hey Demi, how you doing, bro? Ew, what is it? What? Oh, already. Ew. What is it, my dogs?
Ah, nothing much. We're doing the dare I did months ago, and that is edge highlighting all of my collection. Because I hate edge highlights with a burning fucking passion. However, the community got my friend's first round of cancer treatments to the 100%, and Mama didn't raise a bitch. How you doing, Demi?
Ew, having figures, that's for girls. What if I am one, Sharky? What if I am one? Yeah, I have like 100 of them or more. Blood angels. I already did a couple of them, which is excellent. I still have a lot more to do. I should put something to cover my to prevent my bangs from stabbing my eyes. I report to Vucic this instant. You can expect bread and salami on your porch with no mayo. I prefer mustard anyway. I'm doing actually preparing some of this myself for some speed painting. That's a full army of orcs and vampiric undead. I printed for one-page rules for October. Ooh, nice. Always a good shot to pick the orcs. Yeah. Also, if you have noticed, these guys have nipples. Yes, I sculpted them. And yes, the Sanguiner has the biggest of them all. How dare GW make sanguinary garb without nipples? How dare?
That is unacceptable.
They give Emperor's children nipples, but they don't give them us. They give degenerates nipples and we don't. How dare they? How dare they enable Emperor's children to do the South Park I'm sorry gag, but I can't. Trying to dry brush skeletons with tiny thin limbs carrying big bulky shields is a very difficult process. Legit, end up throwing one of them at the wall. Oh yeah, I will do that shit as well. Demi, I fully get you, dude. I would have rage quit then and there, honestly. That's why I will do Bretonia and not vampires when I eventually do Old World. I used to play High Elves. Now I'm gonna do Bretonia. Hold up, Automod for some reason. Joys of reading printing, I can afford to lose my cool allow. Bullshit. little fucker. Yeah, the little fucker is the thing Automod for some reason decided to
act up, even though I fucking allowed it before. But yeah, when you 3D print it, all of a sudden when you 3D print your fucking miniatures, all of a sudden arson looks like a very tempting thing. Some people would probably get mad at me for saying, "Why are you enabling him to 3D print?"
Bitch, Forge World doesn't ship fucking miniatures here. I'm 3D printing Horus Heresy stuff.
Nobody's gonna fucking stop me. I have shit ton of STLs.
I've actually, no joke, printed out half a dozen miniatures just to test color schemes and toss them in the trash because they're like 10 cents each. Lalamau. Based.
Sadly, like, resin is getting a little bit expensive now. Sure, the printers are getting cheaper, but the resin is getting more expensive, which is somewhat interesting. Kinda ironic.
Oh yeah, did you actually, Demi, did you see that little fucking post online about the Ultramarine upgrades, and somebody fucking zoomed the ever-living shit in and found printing lines on the tilting shield on the Terminator? Sergeant.
And yeah, GW punishes anybody who fucking puts 3D printed parts on their miniatures in their official things. Classic GW. Even though Kirby is gone, his spirit in there is still there.
But yeah, there were like actual fucking print lines. The hateful 3D printing in the hobby is so wild to me. Like, you engage with absolutely foul business practices of GW, you have to be miserable like me. Like, I don't even play 40k AOS at this point. I'm printing minis that are designed to be 3D printed.
Fair enough. I just like the sculpts and shit like that. I like making my own dudes. I don't have a place to have a 3D printer, sadly, because it needs to be a well-ventilated spot. I live in a fucking flat, and my room is kind of small. And I don't want to lug that 3D printer to my countryside house all the time if I want to print. However, my dad really wants to get into 3D printing because he's into cycling and he wants to 3D print his bike handles, bike pedals, his own seats as a retirement project. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get that 3D printer anyway. It's just we're gonna have to figure out where to fucking put it. Girl 10 hooked to a vent fan to blow the fumes out my window. It just works fine. Yeah, I live in the 3rd story though. So it's a little bit trickier for me.
Plus, all it takes is for some jackass neighbor to report me and I'm fucked.
Because I live in a flat. It just takes more setup. Fair enough. I'll figure it out. It's mostly the issue is mostly the space. I just don't have space for it. But it's like my one of the to-do lists after I finally get paid. Oh yeah, damn you probably don't know. I finished law university. I'm a lawyer now. I'm no longer a broke law student. I'm a broke lawyer.
Sadly, because this person, yeah, the cops don't care. Trust me, they don't. They reported me for having my air conditioner in the wrong way, even though it didn't do shit. They're idiots. The only reason why I didn't get any fines or whatsoever is because the cops saw that it's bullshit, but sadly that complaint is somewhat valid still either way. And he basically like, if you can just take off the air conditioner in a day or two, I will say there's no air conditioner and that hit the fucker's line. And I did. Like, even the fucking cops know it's bullshit, but sadly, what can they do? They saw it like, he was like, we were never here. Who would have known? Cops are actually somewhat good. However, I got back to that neighbor. I got back at him. You see, he likes to park in places where he shouldn't park. I may or may not have towed his fucking little Land Rover. You had to pay a very good fine for that. Teehee. Sucks to be you, cunt. Sucks to be you. What can I do? He fired the first shot. What am I supposed to do? Not fire back? Especially since I'm a lawyer, I know my shit. He doesn't even know it's me. He has suspicions, but it's not just me. He pissed off a lot of fucking people. Because he is somewhat unhinged. A miserable old man. Yet he is lonely and demands attention, but he doesn't get any. I should also fucking remember to start basing my miniatures. I always forget. I just do their fucking base and shades and everything. After everything, I just call, well, that's end. That's that. Ugh. Oh yeah, ads were on. You probably didn't hear me, Demi. Even though they can't say shit, they're still gonna do it anyway. Because they did it to me with my air conditioner. We only didn't get fined and everything was because the cops, even the cops know it's complete and utter bullshit, but rules the rules. And the cop just basically went,
if you can remove that shit in 2 days, we will write we were never there and it was a false report. And we did. And I may or may not afterwards eventually waited for him to do his usual thing, park in places he shouldn't park, and report him. I may or may not have gotten his fucking little truck, a little Land Rover or whatever the fuck, towed. He deserved it though. He parked on the entranceway of the building, completely blocking it because you have to park it on the side, so there's some way you can move. Harassment statute. Yeah, but why would I do that? I could, but why would I do that? It's a lot of money, and he's insane. Like, he's actually fucking insane. Like, he does that shit to a lot of people. He in that point threatened the new neighbors that he was gonna pew them, that he has a gun. I'm not gonna risk that. Even though cops did come in and try to find it, they didn't find it. Who knows with that crazy bastard. I did tow his truck though, which is enough for me. Effectively judgment proof too. Yeah. And he's insane. Like, genuinely, he's insane. He's like in his 60s. He was retired since he was like in his 40s because he worked at the train stations and shit like that. And they have like beneficiary stages where, because of what they work, they can actually have early retirement. But he was like insane always. But like I said, I got him good before. I got him good though, so I don't care. Like, I'm that type of a guy where if you screw me over, I am gonna get my lick back in. It's just how I am. Settled for being left alone. If you make it clear that it isn't going to happen, that's when I start seeking alternative solutions. Yeah, exactly. Like, I know this fucker won't stop. So so I made him sure that he has to look up what he's doing, because he left us alone after that. He wasn't stopping. Like, he for some reason decided to really fucking go on us. We don't know why. Yeah, it's because he said something inappropriate to my mom. She told him to fuck off, and that's it. That's apparently what happened. Why it happened and shit like that. And after that, he's always constantly like looking over his shoulder. Crazy bastard. Crazy bastard and a pussy, which is hilarious.
my parents were the only ones to talk to him. Like, everybody was avoiding him and shit like that, but they felt sorry for him, so they, like, gave him a smidge bit of attention, and that's what he gives back. Oh boy.
He also lives on the same fucking floor as us, so we just basically ignore him now.
Hold up. My dad decided to all of a sudden start working out in my fucking room. I had to tell him off. Mini painting streams. And notice your camera's autofocus. Yeah, because I'm using my phone. Have control software. Yeah, I'm using my phone, Sally, so I can't do shit. Sadly. I connected my phone to it. Actually, to be precise, I connected my phone to my OBS. Because here's the thing. Here's what I'm working with. Look how small this table is. Since into the door, I cannot put it on the back, and I can't put a actual camera there. Hey, Major. So yeah, kinda stuck with that. Šta ima? Evo ništa, jedem govna. Ja mrzim da farbam ivice ovih minijatura. I'm speaking in Serbian. Yeah, that tail is probably around the size of a portable mini station. Yep. Where do I look now? Here. Too much paint. Put it on the wet palette. Side of the brush. Also, the thing I'm using for highlighting with this is Vallejo's gold, which I despise with a burning passion. Because that paint never complies. Never. It just works the way it wants and not how I want it. Also, I haven't streamed like this in 4 months, so
my positioning is a little bit shit, sadly. God, my neck is starting to hurt.
My neck is starting to hurt, and I have shit eyes, so sometimes I have to fucking go off camera just to look at where the mini, so I know what to do. Alright, let's see what else. Yeah.
Nah. Had to answer some questions from Dad. So let's see.
Also, still, thanks for that tip though, Demi. I'm probably gonna need it because one of the first things I am gonna do is buy a fucking camera anyway. Just need to learn how to fucking set it up to my PC so I can use it. All I know is I need an HDMI cable. Simple as plug and play USB. The Logitech and this bro has 4K, just USB-C connection. Well, I'm gonna screenshot that. Where the fuck you? Oh, yeah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. Okay, Sanguinary Guardsman Gold number 2. God, this is gonna be such a long ass fucking... It's gonna take me a couple of fucking days just to finish... Like, this was what I planned to do today. My hubris knows no bounds. From a May mini penny for smaller close-up cam. Fair enough.
Good to know. had to fix something real quick. Yeah, I can't even get there because of the top art. Well, fair enough, it's a shadow anyway. Like, if I really mess up on the fucking soles of their boots highlights, I'm just gonna smear blood for the blood god on them and just say, oh, they fuck. Because they're jump-eyes, they probably like to give people steppies, so of course. I like the fact that when I do these painting streams, I'm very quiet. And then I will just say some of the most random off-topic shit imaginable. I love it. I love my brain sometimes. Even though my brain also gave me depression. Lepo. My mom, sorry. She was asking me to review her pasta. Yes, I'm the chef in the house anyway. Which was a good fucking pasta. It was like basically like a gnocchi. But vegetables like tomatoes, broccoli, garlic, and stuff like that. Very tasty. It was very filling. In my case, like, I'm basically a carnivore, alright. Like, if it doesn't have meat, it won't fill me up. But this did its job, which is excellent. I'm still the vegan's worst nightmare, but what can I do? I like my meat. Wait, that sounded wrong. Please don't. Please don't give me that's what she said. I will punt you if somebody does that. There we go. Right, let's see, what did I and didn't do? The mask. Hey, new kid.
So some farm runs can be fun, or somehow getting scavs trying to gank you 2 different times 5 scavs each time.
Oh, you ran into a fucking boss. Yeah, boss scavs are very different. Boss scavs, they will wreck your arsehole into 2 because they have better guns.
Smaller car than me having a full auto gun.
The no Russian. I see.
God, I remember that fucking scene from Call of Duty when it first happened. I remember the shit it caused. Holy crap. Actually, I'm gonna call it there, honestly. I know I did only 4 miniatures and it's only the gold, but I'm starting to get the shakes and my back really hurts and my eyes hurt because I'm so trying to zoom in and biologically zoom in. So thank you all for being here. Let's see who I can raid. Also, thank you if you donate to Banshee's Ko-Fi for her cancer treatment. If not, no worries. Nobody's obligated to do it, however, it's very appreciated. Let's see who the fuck is streaming right now. To be killed by a boss, but every time I find them in deep, I'm already in deep shits, but somehow takes them out. Yeah, just remember to loot their unique thing. Let's raid Nania. I haven't raided them in a long time. Go. Like I said, thank you for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow. As I have a lot of fucking things to edge highlight. I haven't even done the reds. Yeah, stay safe, everybody. And thank you for keeping me company. And shit like that. I'm gonna end the stream on YouTube.